No further abomination.
Okay, it's cool. Morbius is with us now.
With us?
You would bring a vampire into the Abbey?
Well, he's not a vampire. Not exactly.
If he was, he'd be dust.
He became this way because of an experiment gone wrong, not a bite from a vamp. He's his own master, right, Doc?
If I may, there are few judges of character better than Spider-Man.
Back me up here, Blade.
As much as I hate to admit it, we could probably use his help. This once.
Hunter, was it? Thank you for not making a bigger deal about my arrival. I know my presence unnerves many.
Maybe we should call this a probationary period. I still have not made up my mind, so do not get too comfortable.
Then let me beg for your patience. I think you will find that I am a man of many talents.
You are a vampire expert. I already have one of those.
I am the world's foremost authority on vampire physiology. Blade knows a great deal about vampire rituals, habits, and social order, but he doesn't understand their biology.
Why should that matter?
In a sense, you could say Blade can take a vampire apart, but he can't put one back together.
I do not want to put vampires back together.
Of course not. Let me put it like this. If you understand the structure of an organism, you'll know its weak points, where to push so it falls apart. This is what I offer you.
That sounds great, but you must earn our trust by following through on that promise.
I see you are not easily impressed. No wonder Blade seems to like you. I think you'll be happy to know that I've actually already started researching vampire biology.
That sounds like good news.
Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I've been tinkering with a prototype gamma serum that suppresses the effects of sunlight on vampiric membranes. The vampires have taken that from me.
Then we must take it back.
That is why I'm here. And I would love to get back to that research. Unless you have further need of me.
I want to know a little more about you first.
Naturally. I am an open book.
I have heard you called a living vampire. What does that mean?
It means that unlike most vampires, I have a pulse.
How is this possible?
Most vampires are tied to the supernatural realm. They are undead creatures. My gifts are a boon of science. I am wholly unique in that way. Quite literally a freak of nature.
Who were you before you became a vampire?
I was born with a rare, degenerative blood condition. My disease would have proven fatal if I had not taken matters into my own hands and experimented on my body using vampire bat DNA. I cured myself, but there were side effects.
You seem to know Blade and Spider-Man well. What is your impression of them?
When I first became the living vampire, I struggled with my baser instincts. It took me a while to maintain control over my appetite. Spider-Man and Blade were the first two heroes I encountered, and they protected many innocent people from my wrath.
You mean they fought you?
Yes. But I am grateful because they encouraged me to become a better man. though I wish Blade's approach hadn't been nearly so ferocious.
I would like to know more about your capabilities.
Like a traditional vampire, I possess enhanced strength, speed, acute senses. An accelerated healing factor allows me to bounce back from otherwise mortal injuries. And while I cannot fly in the traditional sense, I have the psionic ability to glide over great distances.
Do you share other vampiric weaknesses?
One of the advantages of being a living vampire is that I do not have those Achilles heels. I could drink holy water all day, and a silver bullet stings like a lead one. One slight exception is daylight. I do not burn under the sun, but my eyes are sensitive to the light, and my powers are somewhat dampened during the daytime.
Do you have to consume blood like any other vampire?
Regrettably, not only do I need to consume human blood, I crave it. But you do not need to worry. I keep my cravings in check these days, and only feed on those who prey on others.
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
You are the best girl. You know that, right? Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
If this was a mistake, let me know. We will do whatever you think is best.
Hey, I don't want that responsibility. If this goes south, I'm not taking the blame.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical. Parker is the most annoying person I've ever worked with.
You do not like him?
Oh, I like him. Kid has a big heart.
How do you know him?
Now that's a tale. You want the short or the long version?
We have nothing better to do. Go for it.
I've been looking for someone in my past for damn near forever.
Who?
Doesn't matter. Thought I'd track one of his minions to Queens, but it was a setup. Vampires jumped me and stuck me with some goop.
What was in it?
No idea, but it made my blood boil. I killed the vampires easy, but I lost control. It was a populated area. If Parker hadn't stepped in...
What did he do?
Got my attention, led me on a chase to some abandoned buildings, then webbed me to the wall until the goop ran through my system. Kid waited the whole time, talked me through it. Wouldn't leave until he knew I was myself again. He did what friends do for each other.
I thought you did not know each other.
We didn't. He saw what happened and did what he could to help. He risked his life for a stranger, for me. So yeah, as long as he's on our side, I'll learn to live with annoying. Honestly, I have no use for this.
Thanks for... Sorry we didn't give you a heads up before. You know, about bringing a vampire into the Abbey. It all happened kind of fast.
Are you sure we can trust Morbius?
Yeah. Morbius has his demons, but he's a teddy bear. A snarly teddy bear. With fangs. But there's stuffing in there, somewhere.
This is not helping your argument.
What I'm trying to say is that Morbius has a good heart. And exceptionally good blood.
Good blood?
Yeah. Whatever Morbius did to transform his body infused the heme in his blood with curative properties. I'd love to help him study it further, if I ever have the time. Since we're fighting new breed vampires, we'd do well to have a living vampire in our corner.
Now I'm not the only one here who tried to kill Spider-Man. Is it weird that makes me feel good?
Doctor, meet the doctor. Now the Abbey has as many PhDs as you'd find on your average golf course.
Stephen, have you worked with Morbius before?
Oh, yes. He is a formidable ally. He once assisted me in a battle against a Fear Lord from the Dream Dimension.
Fear Lords are powerful foes.
Yes, it was a boisterous battle, so I was pleased to have Morbius at my side. Undoubtedly, he will be a favorable ally against Lilith as well.
So you have no reservations about letting him stay in the Abbey?
None at all. As long as he doesn't grow too hungry, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what should we do if he gets hungry?
We should all be on guard.
Stephen, I need details.
As with any vampire, he could lose control and eat every one of us, but I do not think that will happen.
Tony, what is your impression of Morbius?
Well, we've never actually met, but Strange talks highly of him.
I am uncomfortable inviting a vampire to live in the Abbey.
Hey, I know what you mean. Half the people on my board of directors are vampires. Not literal bloodsuckers, but they definitely try to sink their teeth into you. Or your pocketbook.
Maybe.
The guy's a freak, no doubt. But every genius is. You should have seen half my professors back at MIT. Or that Tony Stark guy who's always in the news. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've read a few of Morbius's papers on DNA manipulation, and it's years ahead of anyone else. He could be a valuable asset.
So, you think we can trust him?
Well, I never said that. But he could be useful.
Checking in on me already, Hunter? I haven't had time to get into trouble.
You can never be sure.
Well, you know what they say about practice, right?
Feeling good today, girl.
We can't allow that helicopter to escape. Do whatever it takes to stop it before it departs. Don't waste time. We have to stop that helicopter.
It will be done.
No, not yourself.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
I'll make quick work of you.
Coming at you! This would be a lot easier if you guys just give up now. Not to brag, but I feel pretty good right now. I'm going for it.
This won't take.
You don't really think you can hide?
Reinforcements. Good. If you still want it, come and get it.
Keep it up.
So be it.
Good one!
I've been waiting. An intriguing advancement. Be my victim.
Let's do this. It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
Never surrender. My resolve is unbroken.
Okay, I felt that one!
I must be a key part of their strategy.
You're in trouble now!
That webbing was a fortunate side effect.
Be grateful you don't have 8 legs. It is too late. Now let that be a lesson to you.
You've made a mistake.
helicopter. Clean up the rest of these Hydra thugs.
We're under position, Tango. No one gets away.
Feeling a little rundown. You know, you're pretty good at this.
Maybe you should teach me that one.